Hello and welcome back to Joe's Math Tools. In our session today, we will be calculating the LCM using the division ladder when we have three numbers on three separate ladders and there are no common factors. And if you want to see how this is done, let's get started. So in our example today, we're going to be calculating the LCM using three separate division ladders for our numbers. And if this question may have seemed familiar to you, I do have a separate video loaded on how I calculated the LCM of these exact same three numbers, but instead of using three separate ladders, I used one division ladder. So there are more than one approaches that you can take to calculating this question. And I'm just showing you how these two different methods, well, the same method and a different approach can be used to calculate the LCM of these numbers. Okay, so make sure that you check that video out as well so that you can see how you can work three numbers on a single division ladder when there are no common factors involved with these numbers. So let's start with the number 49. So a prime number that I'm going to divide 49 by will be 7. 7 divides into 49 7 times. I will continue dividing 7 by 7. 7 will divide into 7 once. And my factors for 49 will equal to 7 times 7. So let's prime factorize 15. So I will divide into 15 using the number 3. 3 divides into 15 5 times. 5 divides into, I'm going to use 5, 5 will divide into 5 once. And then to prime factorize 15, we will have 3 times 5. Now let's prime factorize the number 8. I'm going to use 2. 2 will divide into 8 4 times. I will use 2 again. 2 divides into 4 twice. And we will continue dividing by 2, where 2 will divide into 2 once. So the prime factors of our 8 is 2 times 2 times 2. Now to calculate our LCM. Now with calculating the LCM, remember that unlike with our factors or the highest common factor where we only use the numbers that they have in common, with the LCM, all of the numbers that were used to prime factorize these numbers will be multiplied together. So that means that every single number that is a prime factor in this question will be multiplied to calculate our LCM. So let's start by listing our LCM prime factors, which is 2 times 2 times 2 times 3 times 5 times 7 times 7. And now let's begin our multiplication process. So once we have prime factorized, I'm now going to multiply, and I'm going to multiply these numbers in groups so that I can work through them a whole lot easier. So my 2 cubed, which is 2 times itself, 3 times, so 2 times 2 is 4, and 4 times 2 will give me 8. We're now going to multiply our 3 times 5, and 3 times 5 will give us 15. And then finally we will multiply our 7 times 7, which is 49. And of course these are the numbers that we originally started with. So now let's begin multiplying, and I'm going to work a little bit backwards this time. So I'm going to multiply my 49 times 15. So I'm working the two double digit, and then I will just end with the single digit number. So 5 times 9 will be 45. I'll put my 5, carry the 4. 5 times 4 is 20, plus 4 will give us 24. I'm going to mark off my 4, add a 0, and begin multiplying by my 1. So 1 times 9 is 9. 1 times 4 is 4. Let's sum these numbers together. 5 plus 0 is 5. 4 plus 9 is 13. I'll put a 3, carry the 1. 1 plus 2 is 3, and 3 plus 4 is 7. So So you now have 8 being multiplied to 735, and 735 times 8. 8 times 5 is 40. We put our 0, carry the 4. 8 times 3 is 24. Plus 4 will be 28. I put my 8, carry the 2. 8 times 7 is 56. Plus 2 will be 58. So my LCM of 49, 15, and 8 will equal to 5,880. Okay, so I worked out this question, like I said, in another video where I worked all of these numbers on a single division ladder, and that process seems a little bit longer and a bit tedious. However, we did arrive at the exact same solution using a single ladder. So make sure that you get some practice in. You know, when you work these questions, you can try working them out on one ladder or on separate ladders, and then testing your skills to see how you're able to still arrive at those exact same answers. Because as you know, with calculating the LCM on a single ladder, it's different than when you have 3 separate ladders, because the approach to how you're going to calculate those answers will be different. So make sure that you watch both videos, practice some numbers of your own, and then when you're ready to learn a new skill, make sure that you return back to Jules Math Tools, where we make math easy.